Hello everyone, this is Floxcat, and today's video is something very much different in sort, and I say that considering the very touchy subject I am going to talk about. Now, to be 100% fair, I'm going to be I need to note three things. One, the subject will get very dark, but don't worry, I'm not going to take it too dark. Because really, if I do, then shit's going to hit the fan. Two, I'm actually am going to have to break one of my rules that I usually do on this channel. Because to be honest, I gotta be level with you. I pretty much get annoyed on this, on the subject. But this is actually much more serious now than ever, and I guess I have I literally, believe it or not, I literally talked to Mikey Lugo and GB Reed's own actual thoughts on this, so they both say I should do it. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. And even then, I already wanted to do this in the first place because I want to talk about it. But I kind of want to make a more lighter subject because number three, it was started by, let's just say, some people from my past. Now, obviously, we're not here to deal with that shit because, I could go on how literally there are a little bit of a key issue I have with a video, but that key issue is just from my own personal kind of thing. Heck, that's kind of also why I'm doing this video, because I wanted to do a much more, down to earth, none of this BS bullshit, kind of ex macha bullshit crap. I know I'm not saying it correctly, but I'm trying my hardest not to really give FU to this video because it doesn't deserve a FU. Like, literally, I'm not trying to give a FU to this video at all. Like, trust me, I do support it. It's just the way they did it, to my opinion. Let's just hope things doesn't go out of hand. But despite that, and I say that literally, I wanted to do a much more lighter, more, more down to earth, like one of those sitcom versions of a serious episode or a special episode version of what's going on. Because it's kind of serious considering the serious nature that is going on. And I really do gotta level with you guys. I do, like I said, I don't want to give FU to that video in question. Especially since even one step further, I don't know if I could even link it in the description. I will link it in the comment section. Don't worry, once this video is out, I will link it in the comment section sooner. Depends on if I'm not stupid, let's be honest. But the reason why I'm doing this video is, admittedly, it's mostly because of the serious nature in question. Like, I am going to literally butcher it, but please note that I'm doing this for sake of not trying to cause chaos, because, the whole point of this is to spread awareness, not try to cause chaos. And even with this is going to be a very serious subject. I'm trying to make sure it's not a bad thing. Not like, it is a very serious subject, but I'm not trying to turn it into a video where it's just get dark and gloomy. It's not. It's supposed to get a little bit dark, but I don't want it to the point where it just makes you turn it off, because it's literally a problem. So what is the major problem? Well, as you guys probably can tell from the title, it's about the freaking website we use, which is YouTube. And I'm going to level with you. Yes, I know good and well no one really are getting really sick and tired. I am coming from a person perspective who's getting a little bit sick and tired of many people complaining about YouTube and there's, da da da, but it is actually a serious issue. And not from the whole expected. It's not a whole problem with that. It's more or less the major problem with YouTube is they do not respond correctly, or they literally don't seem to care about their website, is the honest way I'm going to say this. Yes, I know good and well that the video in question talked about a lot of things, but like I said, I'm going to try to be careful the way I say it, because if I do, I know good and well shit is going to hit the fan. But there's other things as well that YouTube has done very controversy stuff. Like, for example, one big example, as many people should know, is that they're often the ones who usually, like, they have literally no good idea of their own rules, because they usually take off more smaller channels. Now, obviously, not only small channels, but also some big ones too. But it's only because of the thing of the whole ruling that they don't make sense of. And I know that's literally butchering it, but the problem is, like, for example, for me, I don't know how to truly defend my videos, and I don't know, because as you guys already know, and I already talked about this before, I won't go into details, but I was given my first warning and I had to remove a video because of, context thing. And for me though, as many people know, yes, I got depressed and was pissed off, but though it did let me learn for myself that I need to stop doing rapid uploads. However, at the same time, the reason, and I do figure out the reason why they did this, but they never said this in the manual. The reason why they did that is because I linked a Wikipedia article that I guess got them upset. And I won't even say what the video was, because it was weird. I already knew it was gonna get, taken down, but I was surprised that it got a warning, but I didn't care, because, just learn of lessons. But they never even state in the community guidelines that one of the things you have to make sure is if your video don't have any bad content in the descriptions. That's actually something that needs to be said. And you might say, Floxcat, that might be a little bit wrong. And I forgive you for saying that, but because that helps the reason that even if it does say that, it's not there. It's really hidden. And what sucks about it is that it really is difficult, because on one hand, there are videos just as bad, and I know because I've seen some bad. Like, there's even moments where I reacted videos like SML, freaking FlashGits, freaking Blasphemous HD. And I'm super sorry I'm throwing these guys under the bus with this, but pretty much this needed to be said. There are videos still out there that has that same cruel, humorous stuff. And I'm not talking about the ones that is sponsored by blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm talking about, like freaking Adult Swim bullshit. I'm talking about videos that get away with that. Hell, I know I'm throwing myself underneath the bus, but many people jokingly know, like, there is even a moment in GP Reads where he did his, so far, the only reaction to my Poke movie video. He was trying to be very careful due to some of the stuff I was saying with literally stuffed animals. Like, trust me, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's funny. I won't link in the description because of how serious it is. But there are still some content that get away with that. And I know from my experience, I figure probably one of the reasons why is, like, and this is actually something I do struggle with. I literally just give up on it, but it's something I do struggle with. Like, because beforehand, during, when I do the Poke movies, which I will later on start doing back in, one of the major issues, and not just that, but also when I did the Pokemon X and Y playthrough, which never truly happened with the Pokemon Sun and Moon playthrough I did. But apparently, because despite that I cussed out a fucking storm, they literally say it's for kids because they removed the comment sections. Now, I don't care if they want to remove the comment sections, that's fine, but due to the fact of what that meaning, I don't want to accidentally end up in a situation like freaking SML, even though if I would definitely say, yep, my bad, unlike SML who was being a bitch about it. But my point is, like, holy crap, what the hell? It's very much severe. And trust me, it is. And by the way, I'm looking at my phone for a bit for reasons. But the point is, there's literally moments where I do question about, because it's not only that, like, there's tons of stuff that happen. Like, for example, freaking Markiplier, he even himself got that stuff for a video he done many years ago. And what's kind of messed up is there's tons of YouTubers who get away with that stuff. And it's pretty much very shocking. Like, and it begs me to question, do these people really care? And I say people because I know good and well what you're going to say, it's bots, and I do agree with that, but that's my point, because the people were the ones who put bots there that makes no sense and is completely stupid. And this leads into the real reason why this whole pick a side thing coming in. Again, I am going to ultimate butcher this, so forgive me. I'm doing this on purpose because I can't really talk about this. It's too dark for this channel. Let's be honest. It's really like I know a lot of people will say Floxcat, that's kind of missing the point of this, and I'll admit it probably is. But it's more than just that, because many people was like, oh, it's just that BS. What do you expect? Not blah blah. It's more than just that simple thing. Trust me, it's much more than that. But my point is, because of how broken that system is, on one hand it looks pretty much like trash, but now it's starting to look like YouTube is defending very fucked up people. That is the nicest and bestest way I can say, because I said, I gotta put in the comments, like, not even the description of the video in question, because I'm not risking this video getting deleted and getting a freaking you-know-what, because, even though I still support that video, there are some reasons, like, I still support the message of the video, it's going to be hard to say that message, and trust me, if you see that video I'm referring to, you even see how they even had some of the people had to censorize themselves, which makes sense because this is really like a red flag kind of thing. You can't say it. That's how bad it is. Like, you only know blah blah blah. Hold on, I gotta get water. I'm on deck, by the way. But my point is, this is a very serious issue. And I don't think all the people who work on YouTube is bad. That's pretty much going to the whole thing with Activision, with everyone blaming the whole entire company, which really is more of the higher-ups than the employees. However, there is a difference, being that it seems like even the employees of YouTube don't understand the whole entire BS, which makes it even worse because of how serious. Because like I said before, it's not just that. Even though I understand that is the biggest reason why people are doing this, because yeah, it's kind of effed up. They need to fix that situation. Because if they don't, I don't know. Because it's going to make it more worse. It's going to make them more worse than whatever. I can't really say what the idea I came to mind while I was going to describe them. But that's how bad it is. It is not just even that. That's not what I'm going to use this video for. Because there's other problems decides the guidelines that is a big issue. There's the fact that people are getting turned away, and many smaller creators like me ain't getting good work. I even talked about this during my Christmas live stream, but one comedic and kind of thing that doesn't bother me anymore, but it is kind of a big problem, is I try to do these, and many other smaller YouTubers will try to do these fun trends. Hell, I see freaking Mikey Lugo do pretty much good trends with certain things. I even remember he did trends of, I guess, freaking, Stephanie. And that was fine because many people talk about Stephanie, but I don't know if he has a good enough subscribers, but I do notice barely many people don't watch his videos. It's much more higher than me, of course, but, and even, there's other people I can say, there's another YouTuber who I won't bring into the table that I'm actually friends on Facebook, who, try to do these meme things, and it's fun and all that, but, of course, she doesn't get the views, and she does animation, real well. Good well. It's not perfect, but it's well enough. And, for example, there is the time where, I talked about this certain other someone, and while I do really hate that, B word, who I'm referring to. It's not the other B word, it's not freaking, it's not the other B word. I'm referring to the previous B word I talked about before, because she is the only hit I can give credit. I can only say is literally full of herself after what she did. But even she makes, and I still stand up a little bit to this. The only thing I'll say is at least she still did well with, her freaking animation. And that's the only thing she does good. And I'm not even trying to make a bad joke here. I'm just being honest. That's literally the only thing she does good. The rest of the stuff is bullshit. She's literally a B word. But my point is, there are animators that are actually kind of top-notch as well. Yes, they're not freaking Flash Gits and stuff. But why are they getting lower and lower? I even I put out content before. Now, for me, I know my excuse. I don't have freaking good equipment. But I still do trending things as well. I do freaking, like I said, I do video gameplays. I did freaking Smash Brothers gameplay. I do a series called Pokemovie, which is actually very fun, and it's not as bad as how SML. No offense to him, but, I'm not going to be like freaking Logan, because... And part of that problem is the fact that YouTube won't really... they will only choose the big hitters first before these small things. Because on one hand, my video would get tons of views, and then on the other hand, it won't get a slither because of BS and stuff. And it's really effed up because there are some times where YouTube really doesn't care. It doesn't seem like it recommends. I literally seen some great content from small YouTubers, as you can tell. However, they won't give a budge on it. I've seen actual YouTuber do gameplays, actual gameplay other than my bullshit, and they don't give response to that. It's a very unfair advantage because, and this is coming from a person who didn't even care. Like I said, I definitely do it for now. I make YouTube videos for fun and to spread my art. That's fine. I mean, jokingly speaking, I always believe in the term that the only way you're going to be an artist is you're going to die. Which is literally a funny thing that I still somewhat believe. But the reason why I say that is the metaphor speaking is your artwork isn't going to be popular till later on in years. That's why it's something called a cult following, not a very... a falling of some sort is possible. That's why freaking Earthbound is very popular. The problem is YouTube, and it's actually a bad problem because I seen this way during my final years of high school, but YouTube would literally point out, hey, do you want a job? YouTube isn't a job, people. It's supposed to be creative critique and all that. If it is a job for you, okay, it's a job for you. I'm not going to try to truly argue with that. But many people will try to come here and think this is a job. Trust me, it's a side business. Not a full-fledged job, is a side business. Trust me, I know because I freaking work at a fucking hospital. And literally, it's better to work at a hospital instead of make this because I know my freaking videos suck. That's how bad it is. But YouTube doesn't tell people this. And it really is fucked up too because it's not like they're caring about it too because people are wanting money from this, but you have to, there's certain guides to do so. I even see like freaking GP Reed celebrating his years with, us, which no problem. And he kind of showcased this as well with his video that how, and I know this too because I've seen it, like the only way you can get freaking money, and I'm not going to even use the monetize thing, I'm just going to say money, is A, you can't have a strike. You can never have a strike. B, you have up to have freaking thousands of subscribers, which is literally insanely impossible unless you hit a fucking gold mine. And a bunch of other stuff that I admittedly I forgot, but those are two major that are bullshit. And that is impossible. As you guys see, I am coming back to doing more videos in the future, but that's only because I missed it. But even then, my mental health cannot deal with that shit. I have other stuff to do. And it's bullshit. It's literally is bullshit. And then there's also other problems that YouTube is very messed up with. Like, for example, they don't catch things on time. This is going back to the whole incident thing. But I have my own problems with them that I can say because it's not bad to say it. Like, I even talked about this before with the whole Brave New World situation. Which, again, I don't know the updates to that. But I think it's all literally taken care of. But for those who don't know, Brave New World, and I gotta talk about this before, motherfucker doxed a person in my video because he thought this whole bullshit with GP Reed was some sort of bullshit thing. Like, it really made me feel a little bit of sympathy for this person because it reminded me of me and my past with that thing, but holy crap, he did it so much worse than I did. Like, trust me, I will never do that. I will never dox a person. But yeah, he did. But what shocked me is he almost got away with it. Obviously, I did later on delete it, of course, and, like I said, it's all taken care of on that same day. But holy shit, I was not even notified by this. And even then, YouTube, it was actually YouTube's responsibility to take that down. Because in a earlier video, like, remember I did that whole Squilliam debunk theory video? And remember later on I made a video about how a guy said he was gonna literally come into my house and boo me, on me. And no, I'm not joking. He literally meant kill me as a joke. Well, not really as a joke, but probably real. And they did remove that comment? So you're telling me that you can't really say murder on comments, but yet you can allow people to dox someone. And by the way, this ain't even in a video. This is actually in a comment section. That's even worse. That is 10 times worse because, yeah, it was an empty friend. I didn't care. But that's the thing. What's more problematic? A empty threat or a actual person getting doxxed? I think dox is much more potent. And then all of a sudden they also removed the freaking, one that I do kind of agree now that it might be a problem. I haven't heard really the big reason why it was a problem. More of a problem, I did heard it a little bit, but I forgot. But it is kind of a big issue, is the fact that later on they removed the dislike thumbs down button. I had to get that out, sorry. Which is bad for multitude of reasons, because A, you remove critiquement, which is actually a big problem with me, because, critiquement sucks. Trust me, it does. But it is needed. It's something from an art format. Trust me. And more importantly, B, it shows how serious it is. And their excuse is, was it's supposed to help smaller YouTubes, which I think that's actually what was the big issue, because it's not. Like, trust me, it hasn't given my videos a lot more views, so it's not. But again, I don't know that issue, but I do know that is an issue because I can come from experience from different other problems with it to say that's a problem. And there's a bunch more I can go over with. I could literally go over multiple issues, but my main problem was this, is that I do believe YouTube is broken right now. It's literally broken to 100%, especially with the serious thing that's going on here. Like I said, I am literally purposely butchering it because I don't want to talk about it. It's very too dark for me to talk about it. I know that's fucked up, but listen, I'm a very more lighthearted channel. I'm a very lighthearted channel. Trust me, I'll still support what they said because it is still fucked up. And I did mention it because, you know, the broken loophole that is the guidelines, because it's not doing its job correctly. Trust me, it's not. There's actually a serious problem with it. I'm not going to get into details. And like I said, I will send the actual video in the comment section. Not in the description, but in the comment section. But it really is a serious thing. And the reason why I'm doing this video is to give you guys a more better look at it. And I do kind of recommend people watching this video first before looking into the more serious side, because I want to give a more calmer, more special approach to this, because it is a serious subject. Don't matter what, you can't sugarcoat this. But I want to give it more for anxiety people, because when I watched that video, I still support what it was saying, like, no doubt, but I felt anxiety because, like I said, I'm not going to go into details because that'll get, like, be fair, I do support the video, but there's a little bit of issues with that video that I won't say. Not the main message was heard. There's not, and it is a problem that needs to be fixed. It's just the way they're messaging it is a little bit, say the least. But I do agree that this needs to be talked about, like, in a way that doesn't bring chaos, to my opinion, but in a way that needs to be shed, because it's not only because of that dark thing too. It really isn't. Even though, let's be honest, it is the main thing. More importantly, this is a very strong, serious thing. It's a major thing. And really, I feel like this needs to be talked about. It's not just that dark thing. It's also because of other things. The fact that YouTube even not only allows that, but allow other things that are very fucked up to get passed by. The thing that is literally, and also removing dislikes because, reason. Literally, it looks like they really are trying to mess up by on purpose. And, there's no silver lining to this. The only solution even I can think of is someone creates a better YouTube. Because sooner or later someone is. Though I don't know how they're going to do that. But let's be honest, the only reason why YouTube is even doing most of this is they really don't care. They just care for companies. They just want... That's why for example, Adult Swim, no offense to it because it is supposed to be for children, but that's the reason why certain ads are like that and why YouTube is trying to play balance here. I think they're trying to appeal to all audience, but some of the audience they're trying to appeal to is the wrong audience that shouldn't be on YouTube. Let's just be there. And I know that's sloppy, but the point is, I do support the messaging, though, let's be real, there's a better way to propose it, just saying. But I do support the issue at hand. P.S. I am sorry if this is going to be sloppy, but the point is, it's a very serious thing. And yeah, really, if YouTube won't listen to them, do listen to me, because I'm not going to cruelly come after you. I can't. I don't want to go to freaking jail. That's literally my worried. But if you are listening, if you don't want to listen to those people, which some parts I do get why, then listen to a person who has autism, who's literally is more kinder, more approachable, and more understandable with this. Please fix this quickly. Like, this is not even a joke. Like, there's a reason why those motherfuckers are ready, looking like they're getting ready to cause the purge. Because it's not really fun anymore. And it's not only because of that serious dark thing, which, let's be real, that is the first thing you need to take care of immediately, but also literally, like, fix your bots and stuff, because it's not working. That's all I gotta say. Like, really try to look back and think, because sooner or later, people are gonna rage in your building, hopefully not, and da-da-da. But anyways, this has been Flosscat. I am super sorry this has been a dark topic, but it is a very serious thing that needs to be talked about. It needs to be explained more honestly, more not crazy, and it's really a topic that needs to be discussed. Anyways, this is Flosscat, and I'm snapping out of here. Bye-bye.